So have you ever heard of this guy, Clóvis Tavares?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's this kind of mysterious figure in Brazilian Spiritism. We all hear his name, but who was he really? Well, we're going to take a deep dive today into his life story.
Oh, cool. I'm down for that.
We've got these two biographies here, one from the União Espírita Mineira and the other from the Centro Espírita Caminheiros da Fraternidade.
Nice.
And they paint quite a picture, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He was devoted, deeply devoted, and always changing, evolving. He really left a lasting impact on Spiritism in Brazil.
It's interesting, right, how his life kind of reflects how Spiritism itself evolved in Brazil.
Oh, for sure.
Like, for those maybe not familiar with it, Spiritism blends those Christian principles with the idea that spirits can talk to us, the living.
Yeah.
And it started with a focus on communicating with those spirits, often through mediums. But Clóvis, he really pushed for a bigger picture, one that really emphasized studying charity and social justice.
Absolutely, yeah.
He broadened it.
And you can see that evolution even in Clovis's early life. We read about young Clovis, and get this, the boy was so devout he had his own personal oratory. Can you imagine?
Wow, that's serious.
I know, right? While his brothers are out playing, he's in there, super dedicated. But then, fast forward, he's deeply involved in the Communist Party.
Yeah.
Leading strikes, student movements, the whole thing. Talk about a change, right?
It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
What's crazy is it seems that same intensity he had for, religion totally fueled his political activism. It's whatever he did, he went all in.
100%.
Yeah.
And then love enters the picture. He meets Nina Aroeira. They're both super passionate members of the Communist Party together.
Uh-huh.
But then tragedy strikes. Nina gets typhoid fever.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And while she's ill, a man named Virgilio de Paula introduces her to, get this, both Theosophy and Spiritism.
Wow.
I know.
It's a whole new world opened up for her.
Right. And this becomes a huge turning point for both of them, actually.
I can see that.
You see, Nina's illness, it kind of ignited her spiritual exploration.
Yeah.
And Clovis, he's watching her change, watching her transform. And it starts to open his mind to these new ideas, too.
I bet.
He's drawn in by her experience.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's all this disagreement within the Communist Party going on at the time. So his own convictions are being shaken up, too.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. But then Nina, tragically, she dies.
Oh, it's so sad.
It is. And after her death, Clovis really immerses himself in the Spiritist world. He dives into those books that Nina was reading, and he has a profound change in how he sees the world. It's like he's carrying on her journey.
Picking up where she left off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he joins the Grupo Espírita João Batista, and he starts giving these captivating talks. I mean, people are really drawn to him, but reading between the lines, it seems like not everyone was happy about him being there.
That makes sense. Back then, Spiritism was really all about mediumship, the phenomena, all that.
Yeah.
And Clovis, well, he had this academic background, and he's pushing for social action, which was different, maybe even radical at the time.
Totally different approach.
Yeah.
And that brings us to one of the most interesting parts of his life, the founding of the Escola Jesus Cristo.
Okay, yeah. Tell me about that.
I will.
I'm ready.
So it didn't start big.
Mm-hmm.
It actually began as a small Spiritist school for kids right there in the home of Nina's mother.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
It was called the Escola Infantil Jesus Cristo,
Beautiful.
a real tribute to Nina.
Yeah.
But then the school just explodes in popularity.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is. And then something really wild happens. The members of that Spiritist group, Clovis, joined. The Grupo Espírita João Batista. They actually dissolved their group.
Really?
Yeah. And they joined forces with Clovis's school.
Wow, they all came together like that.
They did. It was really symbolic. Almost like, John the Baptist preparing the way for Jesus.
Oh, I see.
That
makes sense.
It signaled a shift.
Yeah.
From just focusing on mediumship to this new era of Spiritism.
Uh-huh.
One emphasizing study, charity, social action. It was a whole new direction.
That's awesome.
It was. And Clovis, he becomes the driving force behind it all.
Wow.
Under his leadership, the Escola Jesus Cristo, it grows into this incredible hub of activity. I mean, it was buzzing.
I bet. So what kind of things were happening there?
Well, he establishes 2 orphanages.
Wow.
Yeah, one for girls and one for boys.
That's incredible.
I know. And he created the Culto de Asistencia program.
What's that?
So volunteers would visit these favelas, to provide aid and hold spiritual gatherings.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't just about talking about Spiritism, it was about actually living it.
Putting it into practice.
Exactly.
So cool.
It is. And we can't forget the Sopa dos Domingos. Every Sunday, they provide meals to those in need.
That's beautiful.
And you know what? According to these biographies, they still do that today.
Wow, that's amazing. It's still going.
Still going strong. Yeah. He was really dedicated to the spiritual education of children. He created the Elzinha França course.
That name sounds familiar.
Well, I think you'll find this story fascinating. Have you heard it?
Tell me. I'm ready.
Okay, so a group from the Escola Jesus Cristo, including Clovis's future wife, Hilda Musa, they find an abandoned baby girl in a favela.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They took her in, but she later died. It's sad.
Oh, no.
But here's the thing. Later, Clóvis is visiting Chico Xavier, the famous Brazilian medium.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a spirit identifying as Elzinha França starts communicating with Clóvis.
Really?
Offering him all this guidance and insight.
Wow, that gives me chills. It really shows how connected Clovis was to the spirit world.
Right. It's a big part of his life.
Yeah.
But what strikes me is he doesn't just focus on children or the Escola. The sources mention these weekly visits to prisoners.
Oh, wow.
Talk about commitment to social justice, right?
That's really putting those words into action.
Totally.
He really lived by that verse, Hebrews 13.3, remember those in prison, as if you were there yourself.
Exactly. And he didn't just talk about those Spiritist principles. He lived them, bringing comfort to those who are often forgotten. He even held these annual sermons at the cemetery on All Souls Day. Imagine that.
Offering comfort to those who are grieving.
Exactly. He saw a need and just stepped right in.
What a good guy.
He really was. He even founded a social and recreational space just for kids, the Club da Fraternidade.
Oh, cool. What was that like?
It was a place where they could play games, watch theater, listen to music, all kinds of things. This was way before TV, so it was a big deal.
Yeah, I bet. It sounds like he was always thinking ahead of his time, always finding new ways to help.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here he is building this thriving community at the Escola, but that's not enough for him. He's also teaching history at 2 different schools, and eventually he becomes a professor of international law at the Faculdade de Direito de Campos.
Hold on, how did he even have time for all of that?
I know, right? It's wild.
He must have been a workaholic.
It really speaks to his incredible work ethic. He was dedicated to scholarship AD service.
Yeah.
And on top of all that, he's a prolific writer.
No way. Like books, articles, what?
Books, lots of them.
What did he write about?
A whole library of Spiritist books for both kids and adults.
That's impressive.
I know, right? But the real question is, did he actually walk the walk?
Oh, that's a good question. Did he just talk the talk, or did his actions actually match his words?
That's what I wanted to know. And you know what? He did.
Oh, really?
He followed in Chico Xavier's footsteps.
Okay.
He gave up all his book royalties.
He did? Wow.
Yep. Donated all of them to publishers who focused on spreading those Spiritist teachings.
That's amazing. He really practiced what he preached. What kind of topics did his books cover?
All kinds of stuff. Christian principles, lives of key figures in Spiritism, you name it. And speaking of Chico Xavier, the sources mention that they had this super deep 50-year friendship.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think their relationship was like?
That's fascinating. I mean, they were both such prominent figures in the movement, but I imagine they had very different personalities.
Right.
Clovis, the scholar, the intellectual, and Chico, the humble medium, with this incredible connection to the spirit world.
Like they represented different sides of the same coin, The head and the heart of Spiritism, maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
But despite their differences, they were united by a shared goal, right? To spread the message of Spiritism and to help those in need. They both dedicated their lives to making the world a better place, each in their own unique way.
Absolutely. And imagine the conversations they must have had. Clovis, with his sharp mind, able to articulate these complex ideas, and Chico, with his direct link to the spirit world, receiving these profound messages and guidance.
It's like a dream team.
Yeah.
And you know what else is striking? They both faced personal tragedies, losing loved ones, facing challenges, and yet they remained totally committed to service and compassion. It just shows how deeply they believed in this,
Yeah. It's a beautiful testament to the strength of their friendship.
Absolutely. And it makes those messages that Clovis sent through Chico after his passing even more powerful.
Wait, what? He sent messages after he died?
He did.
How?
Through Chico Xavier. His son, Flavio, compiled them all in a book. It's called Saudade e o Metro do Amor. It's like he's continuing his work from the other side, offering guidance and comfort to those he left behind.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is. But before we dive into that, let's take a step back for a second.
Okay.
What do you think is Clóvis Tavares' biggest legacy? I mean, what impact did he have on the Spiritist movement, and how is his work continuing today?
Well, it's got to be the Escuela Jesus Cristo, right? I mean, that was his life's work, and it's still thriving today. That's got to be the biggest testament to the foundation he built. And his influence, I mean, it goes way beyond that. He really helped to shift the focus of Spiritism in Brazil. It went from just being about mediumship to encompassing this broader commitment to social justice and charity. He created a model for putting those principles into practice, showing that it wasn't enough to just talk about love and compassion. You had to actually live it.
He definitely walked the walk.
He did.
So what would you say are some concrete examples of his legacy, like things that we can still see today because of his efforts?
Well, besides the Escuela Jesus Cristo itself, there's the lasting impact of the programs he started, like the Sopa dos Domingos. It still provides meals to those in need every Sunday, just like he wanted. It's become a real cornerstone of the Escuela's outreach.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about how his actions continue to help people, even all these years later.
It really is. And his commitment to social justice, it wasn't just limited to those programs. Remember those weekly visits to prisoners, his sermons at the cemetery on All Souls Day? Those actions say a lot about who he was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He truly believed that everyone deserved compassion and support, no matter their circumstances. He saw those forgotten or marginalized by society as his brothers and sisters.
That's so powerful. It reminds me of how deeply rooted he was in the gospel teachings, how he saw Spiritism as a way to deepen and expand upon the message of Jesus, especially that call to love and serve others.
You hit the nail on the head. And it wasn't just about serving others, it was about empowering them too. Like with that social and recreational space he created for children, the Club de Fraternidad. He fostered community and provided outlets for joy and growth, especially in a time before television or widespread access to entertainment.
Right. It's like he understood that true well-being involves not just the spiritual or intellectual side of things, but also the social and emotional. He had this holistic vision for what Spiritism could be.
This deep dive into his life is really eye-opening. It's clear that Clóvis Tavares wasn't just a scholar or a spiritual leader. He was a community builder, a social advocate, a true humanitarian.
He really was. And I think that brings us to something that often gets overlooked when talking about Clóvis, his close friendship with Chico Xavier.
Ah, yes. Their bond spanned over 5 decades.
It's a fascinating dynamic that I think reveals a lot about Clóvis and his place in the Spiritist movement. What stood out to you about their relationship as you were going through these sources?
Well, for me, it was how different they were, yet how perfectly they complemented each other.
Right. Clóvis, the scholar, the intellectual, and Chico, the humble medium, with that profound connection to the spirit world. I think you said it perfectly earlier. They were like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, the head and the heart of Spiritism. But even with their differences, they were united in their purpose. They wanted to share the message of Spiritism and help people. They both dedicated their lives to making the world a better place, each in their own way.
Absolutely. And their collaboration, it was just incredible. Think about it. Clóvis, with that sharp mind of his, able to articulate complex ideas, and Chico, with his direct connection to the spirit world, receiving profound messages and guidance.
It's really inspiring. And I was also struck by how they both faced personal tragedies, losing loved ones and facing difficult challenges, yet they remained completely dedicated to service and compassion. It just shows how deeply they believed in this, and that strength, that resilience. I think it came from their friendship, from supporting each other through thick and thin.
I totally agree. Their story is a beautiful example of the power of human connection.
It really is. And it makes those messages that Clóvis sent through Chico after he died even more meaningful.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. It's incredible that he was still able to communicate and offer guidance, even from the other side. What did you find most striking about those messages?
For me, it was how much they reflected the qualities we've seen throughout his life, his rational mind, his deep compassion, his commitment to serving others. He wasn't just offering vague platitudes. He was giving specific advice, insights, encouragement, even from beyond the veil. Yeah. It really reinforces that core principle of Spiritism, that death isn't the end. It's just a transition to a new phase of existence. And our loved ones, even in spirit, can still be present in our lives, offering support and guidance.
Exactly. It's like Clovis's mission continued even after he passed. He was still teaching, guiding, advocating for those Spiritist principles that were so important to him.
It's a powerful reminder that even though our bodies are temporary, our spirit, our essence, our love, those things endure, and they can continue to make a difference in the world.
What's remarkable is that his message still resonates today, and not just in Brazil.
Oh, you're right. His writings have been translated into tons of languages, reaching people all over the world who are drawn to Spiritism and its emphasis on love, compassion, and social justice. His legacy reaches far beyond those specific accomplishments. It's about inspiring others to live by these values, to make a positive impact, no matter where they come from or what their background is.
Exactly. Clovis's life shows us that it's never too late to embrace those aspirations, to find your calling, and to dedicate yourself to something bigger than yourself. Just like he embraced Spiritism later in life, we can all choose to open our minds and hearts to new ways of thinking, being, and serving others.
I love that. As you were going through all of these sources, was there any aspect of Clovis's legacy that really resonated with you?
For me, it was the enduring impact of the Escola Jesus Cristo. It's not just a school or a charity, it's a thriving community center, a beacon of hope. It's a testament to his vision of Spiritism in action.
It's like a living, breathing embodiment of his values, a place where his spirit continues to inspire and guide others. It's really incredible that even though he's been gone for decades, his work is still thriving and touching countless lives in Campos and beyond.
It's a good reminder that a true legacy, it's not about statues or monuments.
Right.
It's about the lives we touch, the good we put out into the world, and the ripple effect of our actions that can continue long after we're gone.
Well said. And if any of our listeners are feeling inspired by Clovis's story and want to learn more, there are so many resources out there. You can read his books. They're full of insights into Spiritist thought and practice.
Yeah.
You can check out the Escola Jesus Cristo, either online or even visit in person.
Cool.
And, dive deeper into the lives of those he inspired, like Chico Xavier and Pietro Ubaldi.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like Clovis's story opens a door to a whole world of spiritual exploration and discovery.
It really does. And remember, it doesn't have to be a solo journey. Clovis, he built a community. He brought together people who wanted to learn and grow and serve all together.
Right. It was all about working together.
Yeah, and you can find that same sense of community today in Spiritist centers all over the world.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the life and legacy of Clóvis Tavares, what's the one thing you hope our listeners will take away?
That's a good question. I hope they're inspired by Clovis's example, that unwavering dedication to service, that deep compassion, that belief in the transformative power of love.
Yeah.
I hope they feel encouraged to explore Spiritism more, to really dig into those teachings and discover how those principles can change their own lives.
I love that. I'd add, don't be afraid to ask questions, to challenge your own assumptions, and to get different perspectives.
Right, exactly.
Spirit it's a journey of discovery, a path of constant learning and growth.
It is.
So embrace the mystery, the wonder. All those possibilities are out there.
And remember the most important lessons. We don't always learn those from books or lectures. We learn them from the people who came before us, from their lived experiences. So let Clóvis Tavares' story be your guide, a source of inspiration. And remember, each of us, we have the power to make the world a better place, a kinder place, a more loving place.
Wow, what a journey this has been. I mean, from a pious little kid to a passionate activist, a devoted scholar, a tireless servant, a true friend, Clóvis Tavares really lived a life that continues to inspire us. It's like a testament to what's possible, when one person dedicates their life to making the world better.
He really did.
And it leaves us with this question. What will your legacy be?
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the extraordinary life of Clóvis Tavares. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.